Tonight we are learning how to make the perfect pot of French press coffee. You're going to need your French press, your coffee grounds, water to heat your French press, and water to brew your coffee with, and a stirring implement. First things first, we are going to warm our coffee pot with water that is about 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we're going to let that sit for 30 seconds. This would actually be a really good time to grind your coffee. I've already ground mine. If you are grinding yours at home, or if you're getting it ground somewhere else, you're going to want to ask for or set your grinder to a coarse setting. That means it's going to be pretty chunky. That's going to keep you from getting too many grounds in your coffee. Otherwise, it'll look like that. Once we've let this sit for 30 seconds, what it's going to do is it's going to warm up the pot so that when we pour our brewing water in, it doesn't cool our water down too much and inhibit the brewing process. Now that we've let that sit, we pour it out and we go ahead and we pour our grounds in. The ratio of coffee grounds to water that you're going to want to use is 15 grams of water, which is also 15 milliliters of water, to 1 gram of coffee. I have 50 grams of coffee here and 750 milliliters of coffee here. Our next step is going to be to pour about half of the water in. You're going to want to make sure that all of your grounds are wet. You don't want any dry spots, so that everything is extracting the oils and the flavors all at the same time. You're going to let that sit for another 30 seconds. And this water also needs to be approximately 200 degrees Celsius, so just below boiling. Once we've let that sit for a little while, we're going to pour the rest of our water in, and what you'll see is the coffee blooming. It's going to look like it kind of explodes, and when you pour your second round of water in, you want to kind of break all of that blooming apart, and then you are going to sit the mesh just below the top of the water and put the cap of your French press on. At this point, you're going to let it sit for 4 minutes, and then once you're done, you will press this plunger all the way down, and you'll be ready to pour your cup of coffee. If you don't pour all of the coffee out immediately, you are going to want to actually put the rest of it into another container, because oversteeping these grounds will cause the coffee to be more bitter and less pleasant, and it will also overshadow any of the other nutty or chocolatey or earthy tones that you're going to want to enjoy from your coffee. And with that, you've made the perfect pot of French press coffee by warming your coffee pot, putting the grounds in, filling it halfway with water, letting that sit, filling it the rest of the way with water, giving it a gentle stir, and then capping it and letting it sit for 4 minutes before plunging it down. Thank you very much.